Hi everybody, I'm Laura Bender, a transformational relationship and mindset coach, and I'd like to thank Nikki Sapato and Brandon Hinson for having me here. Today, I'd like to discuss how to reclaim your life and relationships by embracing the superpower of boundaries. And I'd like to start this class by telling you a little bit about myself. For years, I appeared to have it all. Beautiful cars, beautiful home, incredibly smart daughter. I had it all. I was running a highly successful business, helping women feel strong in their bodies and doing everything I thought I was supposed to do. But inside I was empty. I felt disconnected and emotionally invisible. In the one place I really wanted connection, in my relationship. Does that sound familiar? Hey, maybe you've poured yourself into your work, your family, your partner, thinking that if you just showed up more, gave more, worked harder, you'd finally feel the love and closeness that you really want. But instead, you're exhausted. Maybe you feel disconnected, unfulfilled. Maybe you're quietly wondering, oh God, is this all there is? Hey, ladies, I've been there too. Back in 1992, I opened the first personal training studio for women in my state. Hey, I believed if I could hand a woman a dumbbell and teach her a little bit about herself, she'd find her strength, her voice, and you know what? She did. But at home, I was physically present with my husband and daughter, but you know what? Emotionally, I was gone. My soul was buried under the weight of all my roles: wife, mother, businesswoman, perfect wife. My marriage, oh God, it started to unravel. Ken became emotionally unavailable, and I felt like I was doing everything I could to reach him. But the harder I tried, the more disconnected we became. Until one night, after a huge fight, I left and I spent a week alone. And for the first time, I gave myself permission to feel all the feels, the resentment, the grief, and the disappointment. And in that quiet space, I realized something profound. No one was going to rescue me. Not Ken, not anyone. It was about me. I had to come home to myself. As I began to heal, I did the inner work to confront the subconscious beliefs that had kept me overgiving, overfunctioning, and quietly hoping someone would notice how tired I was. But as I reclaimed myself, something really miraculous happened. My marriage began to heal, not because I changed Ken, but because I reconnected with me. Hey, that's a journey I'm here to invite you on today. In this masterclass, I'm going to show you why boundaries are the key to feeling whole, radiant, and alive again, and how to use them to reclaim your energy, joy, and your sense of self, while transforming your relationship from the inside out. So let's dive in. What are boundaries really? Well, because boundaries, real boundaries aren't walls that keep people out. They're bridges to genuine respect, mutual care, and emotional freedom. Boundaries are about clarity and reclaiming your energy. And when you don't set boundaries, what happens? You feel drained, invisible, resentful. You sacrifice your happiness for the comfort of others. I used to think boundaries meant saying no and disappointing people, especially my husband. But what I discovered is that boundaries mean saying yes to myself. And when you say yes to you, your relationships transform, whether you stay together or not. Because boundaries are not just about saying no to others, they're about saying yes to your truth. They are the foundation for something even deeper, the journey back to yourself. In fact, there are 3 powerful step methods that I created. I crafted specifically for women that weaves boundaries through all 3 of these steps. These steps, when applied, create real transformation, and here they are. Recognize, number 1, what you've lost and what you've given up, and where you've played roles and silenced your needs or shaped yourself to please others. Number 2, reconnect with the lost parts of yourself, your feelings, your passions, your voice. And Number 3, re-engage with your life, your relationships as a whole, empowered, radiant woman. Without boundaries, transformation isn't possible. So why do boundaries matter to female entrepreneurs? Now, for all the women entrepreneurs here today, I see you. You're juggling your business, your family, your relationships, your community, and you're trying not to lose yourself in the process. Hey, without boundaries, burnout's inevitable. You've given so much, but you're left feeling empty. Boundaries protect your time, your energy, your emotional well-being, and when you honor your boundaries, you reclaim your creativity, your confidence, your joy, and you know what? Suddenly, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. Here are the 3 biggest boundary breakdowns that are holding you back. Let's get real about the 3 biggest boundary traps I see that keep women stuck. Number 1, carrying others' emotional burdens. Do you ever feel guilty saying no because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings? That's carrying their emotional load, and it's exhausting. Do you know your feelings are yours? You can care deeply and protect your energy. Try saying no to one thing this week that drains you. Number 2, silencing your own voice to avoid conflict. Hey, maybe you've dimmed your light to keep the peace or avoid rocking the boat. Ladies, your voice matters. Practice speaking one honest truth today, even if it's just to yourself. And number three, tying your worth or success to pleasing others. Hey, you might think I'm only worthy if I'm perfect, successful, or helpful. That's a trap. Your worth is inherent. You're worthy because you are, not because of what you do. This is exactly what we work on in the reconnect phase of the transform method, separating your self-worth from your performance. So many women I work with believe they're only lovable when they're doing everything right. But when you rebuild a relationship with yourself, with your passions, your emotions, your creativity, you remember that your worth was never in question. That shift, it's everything. It's what gives you the power to show up in your relationships as a whole radiant woman. So I get often asked, how do boundaries free your life and relationships? Well, when you set strong boundaries, you're not building walls, you're owning your own life raft. You're saying, this is my space, my energy, my life, and here's a powerful truth. When you live from this place of self-connection and emotional clarity, you don't just survive your relationships, you can transform them. In the re-engage phase of my framework, we explore how to bring your new empowered self back into the relationship. And you know that includes learning how to communicate with clarity, how to honor the emotional differences between you and your partner, and how to express your truth without shutting down or blowing up. The results? Well, you give your relationship a chance to become something new, something deeper, more emotionally connected, more alive. And if you can't, you'll know you gave it your all, and you'll leave with peace, not regret. And when you do that, relationships change. Hey, sometimes people rise to meet your new energy. Sometimes you realize you need to step away. Either way, you win because you are whole, vibrant, and free. Here's some examples. Let me tell you a little bit about Anna. When we started working together, Anna was a powerhouse corporate banker with 2 teenage kids, one on the out, and by the way, on the outside, her life looked perfect, but inside, she was unraveling. She and her husband had lived separate lives for years. Her kids were about to leave home, and the panic attacks, oh my God, they started coming in waves. Through the 3 steps of the transform method, Anna realized she had abandoned herself for the role she played, mother, wife, high performer. She reconnected with her creativity, her spirituality, and a part of her that hadn't seen light in decades. Anna became radiant, and her husband noticed, but you know, at first he was threatened. But yes, Anna learned to communicate from a place of truth and power, not people-pleasing. He began his own transformation. Today, ladies, their relationship is more honest and connected than it ever was. And Anna, well, she left her draining job and launched her dream consulting business. Hey, this is what's possible when you say yes to your truth. So now, you might be wondering, oh my God, where do I even begin? Well, I created something to help you take the first simple step. It's called the Boundary Boss Quiz. This short, free quiz is going to show you exactly where your boundaries may be leaking and what to do about it. Are you a rescuer? Are you a peacekeeper? Are you a wall builder or a ghost? Each type has a specific challenge and a powerful path forward. This quiz is fast and fun and illuminating, and it's going to give you clarity on what's been holding you back and what to do next. Plus, if you grab the VIP pass, I have an incredible gift for you that you will love. Hey, this is your first step forward to reclaiming your energy, your aliveness, and your power, because you deserve the best. You deserve to have the life that you empower and embrace. You don't have to keep carrying the weight of the world. You don't have to keep silencing yourself to keep the peace. You are allowed to be powerful, expressed whole. Let boundaries open the door, walk through that door so you can be more of who you're meant to be. Hey, I'll see you on the other side of the quiz. Thanks for joining me.